Okay, so let's just share my screen here and we'll get started. So we're gonna do a walkthrough, a little bit about not every feature. We want to show you probably the next 15 minutes we'll walk through the web app, show you the features, show you some cool things that we're up to here. So you should be able to see me on the screen.
Yep, we can see, I can see you.
First of all, web app. I keep saying web app. A lot of people are like sometimes confused by that language because we're often talking about these things as apps. The reason we're building a web app and not an app is because we don't want to have an app in the App Store and or the Google Play Store that can actually just be controlled and shut down anytime. And so we built it as a very, very mobile, super mobile responsive website, which is a web app. That's what it's called. So when we make updates, they're just live. We don't have to rely on people to download the latest version or anything like that. So it's just a web app. It's a really again mobily optimized website. Think about it like that. And so yeah, this is the landing page of the home page. And the first thing we're going to do actually is watch a short video because as you can see here, there's lots of cool little features at the top. One of them is called Create Offer, My Offers, My Wallet. We're going to walk through some of these things over here as well in this list. But the first thing we're going to do is walk through the Create Offer sort of aspect of this is what you would do when you actually want to list a product or a service or a good or whatever it is, or a vacation home, whatever it is on the web app. And so we're just going to walk that in video form because it's actually easier to watch it in a video because we can, there's less typing that we got to sit through and all that sort of thing. So this is about a 5-6 minute video. We'll watch this video. I'm going to actually do a live voiceover as the video is playing and explain what is going on. So, and this particular part we're doing in the mobile version of the web app, right? So I'll just hit play here and we'll get started. So there we go. So the first thing we're doing is we're creating an offer, right? Let's try and get rid of that. And so the first thing you want to do is create a title. You want to make sure that title is specific for enhanced visibility. Debbie decided to go with a mini donkey. Once in a while, I might just press pause here. A mini donkey for sale, 4 months old. Then she's going to choose a category, one of the 4 main categories, which is a product. There's products, services, all vehicles, and then it's under animals as a subcategory. And then she's going to put in the price. What do we got here? 150 bits for a nice little mini donkey. There we go. And then we're going to talk about what condition it's in. In this case, it's not applicable. And then Debbie's going to start writing a description. And the more descriptive you are, the more keywords you use in your description, the more your listing will be noticed, right? So an adorable mini donkey named Ruthie needs to be adopted out to a loving family or farm. She is 4 months old and loves to run and play. And so now she's going to start choosing the media. And just so you know, you can choose up to 25 different pieces of media, including video. And so Debbie's going to drop a picture in there, just one for now, of the mini donkey. She's then going to start to talk about the location of where this mini donkey is in London, Ontario, Canada. And then she's going to explain the details of fulfillment. We'll be meeting with anyone who is interested in Ruthie to make sure she and her new owner are a great fit. Interested buyers can meet us at the farm. There we go. Then she's going to hit post. Well, she's actually reviewing her all the information first, and then she's going to hit post right there. And now the item has actually been posted into the Barter It marketplace, right? And there's all the details there. You can actually edit it, you can pause it, or you can delete it once it's been posted. So that's how that works as in terms of actually creating an offer. And like I mentioned, there's 4 main categories: products, services, vehicles, which is basically anything with an engine, a car, a boat, a snowmobile, whatever. And then the other one is vacation rental properties. And so those are the 4 main categories. Obviously, the subcategories are much more extensive than that. The next thing we're going to get into is a feature called load bits. Now, one of the things that we're going to be doing as we launch the web app is we're going to give everybody the opportunity to load their wallet with bits. And this helps puts the bits points out into the environment, into the marketplace, right? Into the community. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be actually offering a special discount for the first tranche of bits. And it's going to be at 50% off. What does this do? It rewards, again, those VIPs got rewarded for buying in early. They got a lifetime subscription and 1,000 free promotional bits. Now the next group when we launch is going to get access to load their wallet with bits at a 50% discount. The next tranche will be 40%. The next tranche will be 30%. The next tranche will be a 20% discount, 10% discount. And then once we're at par, you can never obtain a bit through this method of loading bits again at a discount. It's going to be a 1-for-1. What do we do with the cash? That's always a question. We're taking this cash in, this fiat cash, through the load bits feature, and we're going to be actually buying hard assets, gold, silver, and land to back up the entire bits economy, right?
Wow.
So that's what's happening with the money. So I'm just going to let you watch a quick video here. I'm going to show this live as well, but I'll just let you watch this part of the video where Debbi's showcasing how you can load bits. So the first thing you're gonna do is go to My Wallet. You can see that her balance is 300 bits. Current balance, she's gonna scroll down there to where it says load bits at the bottom. And she clicks load bits. She enters the amount that she wants to load, 200 bits. Are you sure you'd like to load 200 bits? And she clicks yes. Oh, by the way, it's a non-refundable transaction. Again, it gives you a little bit of a summary here. Amount to load 200, cost 200 Canadian, current discount minus 100, your cost 100. How would you like to pay? We can pay with a saved card on file and then hit pay and boom.
That's not a real card, just so you know.
Yeah. These are just test card numbers for what we're using as we test the solution. So you can see here, you've successfully loaded bits into your account. There's a transaction ID, there's the date, there's the amount, and then there's the total balance. Remember, she was at 300. Now she's at 500. She's going to continue to her wallet, and you'll see that her wallet has been updated with her 500. Now she has 500 bits instead of 300 because she just loaded 200. Now, you might want to load bits. Let's just say you're looking to acquire something on the marketplace, and it's in this case it was 500 bits. And Debbi gets to the seller and realizes, oh, I really do want to buy this, but I've only got 300. This is where you could load your wallet with bits on the spot and then complete that transaction with the seller, right? The other reason that people are going to want to load their wallet with bits is because they're trying to put some of their eggs in a different basket. And what I mean by that is we've heard from a lot of people who are sitting on cash, which they don't want to sit on. They don't want to sit on money in their RRSPs or RIFs or other investments or the bank, right? They want to actually start putting their eggs, some of their eggs, in a different basket. And people are already doing this by buying gold, buying silver, buying other hard assets. And they're going to also buy bits, right? We had one gentleman in Alberta who said, hey, right away, I'm going to take like 20 grand cash and convert it into bits. Now, if he does that in the first tranche, he's picking up 40,000 bits for $20,000, right? Because it's currently at 50% off. So you want to keep this in mind where you can actually obtain those bits early on. It's going to be a bit of a run, I think, for people because you're able to, over time, in that case, double your money because as you spend the bits, it's a one-for-one value with Canadian dollar value when you're spending them on things in the marketplace, right? That could be goods, services, vacations, whatever. So it's almost like you're sort of buying a future investment with a big ROI of 100% return. Depending on how fast you spend them, that 100% return could actually take place within a year, 2 years, or less, right? So that's really, really a cool feature is the load bits for those two reasons. And so then you just scroll down, you can see the different barter history from the bits loads, right? Now the chat feature, this is going to be a key part of the app. Again, this is about community. This is about creating connection. This is about creating an environment where everybody can get together and talk with one another and be together. And so chat really takes care of that. So you can see here, Debbi is at Lynn Loves Horses. She's got a number of chats on the go with different people that she's connected with in the web app. And here's one from John Jones. He is here we go here. I think you skipped around there. That's all good. Okay, so now Debbi's chatting with this person about, hey, do you still have this available, right? And because she saw something in the web app and she types that.
That's the link.
That's the link of what she was actually looking at. And now Sid can respond. Oh yeah, for sure. Let's, do you have any questions? Here's another one. She connected with Stacy and, hey, how's it going? I'm looking at your dog walking service. How does it work? Right now, she's moving on to a different chat. She's actually found somebody. You can actually search the chat and you can actually search by username. And she's found Maverick, which is actually my username for now. And she says, hey, I think I saw you at the grocery store the other day. We should meet up for a coffee. So like there's Debbi hitting on me in the grocery store. I didn't know you were on here. Cool. We have a lot in common. And so there we go. That's a message to me. And then she's able to shoot me over a little picture there about hockey. Our kids play hockey together. And bam, she's able to send that image. We're just showing you that you can send images, you can send videos, you can send emojis. You can like picture this chat feature is literally just like every chat feature that you might be used to, right? You can delete chats, you can leave chats, you can mark as unread. You can do all sorts of things. Even create group chats where you can actually select multiple people in the community and create group chats, which is so awesome because I'm just going to pause it there for 1 second. The group chats feature allows us to start turning this also into a social hub kind of thing, right? Hey, who's all the people that like to do homesteading? Let's create a group chat. We're all in Kelowna or Leduc, Alberta. Let's create a group chat for homesteading, and we're all in Barter It. We're all part of this community, and we all like to homestead. So let's create a group chat. And so that's how that works. Okay, now we're moving
Oh,
into.
John, just quickly say,
Yeah,
add on for now, it's fully private. You have to be invited into the groups. Next step is it'll be searchable.
yeah,
And people can ask to join groups. So if like you're a running group or something, eventually it'll be public.
amazing. Yeah, thanks
Just
for
just
that.
the two things. For now, it's not, but it's moving to that. But for now, you just invite people.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks for that one. Now we're moving into the search feature. So now Debbie is deciding that she needs to buy some hockey skates. So she goes onto the search part of the web app and types in skate, and up pops a couple of listings for hockey skates. And she's able to click on that tile, scroll through the photos, scroll through the details of of this particular offer. Excuse me. Look at the description, look at any other sort of particulars, where the fulfillment is. We can arrange to pick them up at a Timmy's or wherever. I'm in Midtown Bloor. And there you go. She can actually then contact the member directly just by hitting contact member. It opens up the chat. It attaches, I'll pause it there. It attaches this offer. And hi, Lynn, I'm interested in November 18th. That's something else that was done before between these two. And now Debbie's actually looking at this offer right here. This blue offer is the thing that she's actually initiating this chat for the hockey skates. And she's going to say, hey, do you still have these skates? Right. And so that's kind of how you initiate a sort of business or a transaction or a deal with somebody else who's a seller. The last thing we're going to look at here is the home screen tour. So I'll just kind of pause it as we go here. So again, I talked about this. What are you looking for? Is it products? Is it services? Is it cars and vehicles? Or is it vacation rentals? Those are the initial four main categories that we're launching with. You can also then search businesses in your area. So this is a whole part of the web app that's going to be just dedicated to small businesses, right? And this particular feature is for if a business sets up a business profile when they launch their account, they will only be listed in the marketplace if they've actually created an offer. What this is an extra feature where they can also be plotted on the business map. So picture a whole map of Canada and all the pins of every business that chooses to be part of this feature. They can pin themselves on the map and be searchable by category, by type, by location, all sorts of different things. Now, the reason we put this in here is because there may be times where we don't have the ability to connect with a business in our area who's actually got a live Barter It bits offer, right? Because bits is the priority, or direct barter for that matter. And so we thought, hey, if we're going to actually spend our fiat money, our hard-earned cash, let's all vote with our dollars and only spend it with businesses that are in the Barter It directory, business directory, right? So barter is our primary tool, direct barter or bits. But if I can't find what I'm looking for with a bits offer, then I'm going to go spend my money with these businesses because I know that they've clicked off the pledge of being like-minded, loving their freedom and all that sort of thing, right? So that's what the business features for. We've also got this invite a friend. And I'm just going to back it up there a little bit. There we go. So invite a friend and you both earn bits. This is a feature where you're going to be able to have your own custom link. You can then copy that link. Everybody gets one. You can copy that link, paste it into a Facebook message, a Telegram group, email it, text it, whatever. If somebody joins using your link, not only do you get 25 bits 90 days after they join, they also get 25 bits for coming in, right? So we're rewarding both sides. And what I want to say about this is that we've built this tool for the people. Thousands of people that have told us that they want this tool. But we really have to be dependent on you, especially the initial, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 people that come in. We have to rely on you to share and invite your friends and like-minded people from around you into the community. Otherwise, it really isn't going to go anywhere, right? So we have to all work together. And the bigger this gets, the better it is for all the participants. So it's just a natural inclination. There's an intrinsic reason why we want to make this grow because we all need this parallel economy that we've all been longing for, right? So that we can create a new way for exchanging value. So that's the invite a friend feature. Step one, simply copy your link and share it with your friends. Your friend creates their account and you both earn 25 bits. We've also got Explore. You can explore products by different subcategories by scrolling through all the different tiles there. Quick kind of click links to all those different things. And here we go. Here we go. And services. Just going to speed this up a little bit. Cars and vehicles. There you go. And vacation rentals. There's no limit. Barter your carpentry, photos, food, knowledge, whatever you'd like. Create an offer. There you go. Got questions? We're here to answer them. We're gonna have an extensive FAQ Q&A spot. Need bits now? That's the load bits. Again, this is the home scroll. This is the home scroll on the web app in mobile version. All these quick links. We're gonna have stats. Another key feature of the entire web app is actually making sure that we're publicly displaying any stats. Excuse me, as they develop. We want to actually showcase the number of members in the system, the average balance, the average transaction, the total volume, the number of hard assets, backing up the bits, like all the different things, right? We want to be able to be really transparent with the community to showcase and create that level of trust, which is already exists, but we just want to maintain it for the long haul. Explore, find new friends and start chatting. This is where you can explore, find members in your area, whether it's by country, by province, by city, by hopefully as we nail it right down, even by postal code, you can start to see and find friends who are all part of the Barter It community, right? And then just a few things at the bottom, tips and FAQs and all the stuff you see at the bottom. So that's the quick video we're going to go through. Man, I think we should just pause here and take some questions. I saw them really rolling in.
Is there room for more VIPs?
No, the VIP offer ended on June 30th.
But we will have other promos that are really fun and exciting and discounts.
But you said that very monotone, so nobody got excited.
Sorry, I'm trying to do
all good.
I'm trying to do two things at the same time. Can I exchange bits for money or gold coins?
No, not directly. So you can load wallets. So you can load your bits wallet with money, but you can't do the reverse. We're not trying to create an exit strategy out of the barter economy. We're trying to only create an on-ramp into the barter economy, right? If that makes sense. We also don't want to ever be misconstrued as a crypto coin where or some sort of what do you call it, security where we just don't want to get into the financial world of that's out there, right? We want to be a separate thing. We're just bits points. You can load your wallet with bits points. You can't turn around and take points and cash them out on any sort of third-party exchange or cryptocurrency exchange or anything like that. Indirectly, you could turn them back into fiat, but only if you actually spend them on something that you need something from the network, from the marketplace, and then you could go turn around and sell that product, in that case, probably on Kijiji or Facebook Marketplace or one of the other things out there that can, that deals with just Canadian dollars, right? So that's that answer. Keep going, Deb.
How long is the 50% off on bits?
That's based on not length of time. It's based on when the first tranche of bits runs out at that level. So I'm not going to talk about what that number is yet, but just to let you know, I believe it's going to run out fairly quickly. Because again, with that big discount, there's going to be a bit of a rush on picking up those bits at the 50% off, right? And then we're going to stage it 50% off, 40% off, all the way back to 1-to-1. And once we're at 1-to-1, there'll never be a discount again on bits. We're only offering that to really turn on the network and really get the early adopters in a position to win with that big ROI. In that case, potentially 100% return at that level, right? So that's that answer. Let's go on to the next one.
Is there a limit on the number of bits I can buy?
There's no upset limit per se, but there is a daily limit. I believe the daily limit is $5,000 in bits that you can purchase, is what from my memory. And don't quote me on that, but it's a decent chunk. But we want to stay well under the $10,000 threshold, which is, again, we don't want to ever be dancing with the financial systems out there, right? We want to be different. So points, you're loading points, and it's definitely going to be well under the $10,000 per day that you can actually load.
Oh, what about Bitcoin as a hard asset?
Yes, that's another one that I didn't talk about. But yeah, gold, silver, Bitcoin, and land. Land is important because we had a guy on the call last year who actually is a young farmer from Saskatchewan, and he's really concerned about BlackRock and all these different companies that are coming and buying up that farmland, right? So he's like, hey, can you buy some farmland? I'm priced out of the market to be able to grow my food and make a living. We said, yes, we want to take the money that we are able to gather from the loading of bits and actually turn around and purchase things like that to lease back to like-minded people, especially those that are going to grow food and that sort of thing. So absolutely, yes.
Are you vetting members if someone joins who doesn't have integrity I mean, that would relate to probably the
ratings and reviews. I'll go over that in a second, but yeah, just remind me to make sure that we touch on ratings and reviews. So the system itself, there's zero chance we can actually be in the middle of hundreds and thousands and hundreds of thousands of people, organizing themselves in this environment and doing transactions. So it's the ratings and reviews that are already built into this whole web app experience that will keep everybody honest. Can a bad apple enter the group? Of course. but it's up to us to help, expel that person from the group. And just by naturally negative reviews, they'd be kind of pushed to the bottom and or kicked off the system, right? So
In the chat feature, is it possible to have a small pic of the item along with a link? That will be, I could have answered that before, but that will be in the next phase.
Yep.
We'll be tweaking that a bit. What's the difference between, somebody said barter at BarterPay?
Well, BarterPay is the business to business only. This is picture BarterPay is like concierge barter with marketing, with a coach, with all sorts of events over there. It's strictly B2B, and there's a cost that businesses pay, a price, like a commission on all those transactions. Over here, it's self-serve barter, mostly person to person, smaller businesses. Most of the people that have joined our VIP who also own a business have also joined BarterPay to have the best of both worlds. BarterPay B2B with a barter coach and all those features, and then Barter It when we launch, obviously to do some of their other things that they can do more self-serve and personal transactions. One more. How many items can you list in the marketplace? Unlimited offers. You can put as many as you want in there. The more, the better, right? And we're going to actually try and seed the marketplace with a number of goods and services as well into the system. So it's not like empty the day that everybody starts kind of launching that sort of thing. But I think very quickly, most people, especially our VIPs right away, they're all going to find something. It could be a used furniture, it could be a service, it could be dog walking, it could be whatever, some sort of knowledge that they have. And so it's going to be amazing to see that. All right, I'm going to share my screen here again. So a few more features I want to talk about here. So I'm logged in as Debbi. Here you can see welcome at Lynn Loves Horses. Lynn is Debbie's middle name. Anyway, there's the create offer. We talked about that, right? I'm going to go back to home. We've got my offers. So Debbi can actually see her active offers that she's got in the system. There's the mini donkey that we talked about, right? She can actually click here. She can edit, pause, or delete that offer. She can click on it and check it out and make any sort of changes. She can actually also process a sale, a barter transaction from that offer as well. We can also see drafts. So if Debbi was in the middle of creating an offer and all of a sudden the stove pot is boiling over, she's like, oh, draft, and she goes and deals with what she has to deal with, and then comes back to completing her offer later, and that sort of thing. We've also got paused offers, right? So maybe you want to offer us this doesn't necessarily make sense for the puppies, but say for piano lessons, I'm too busy, I filled right up with a whole bunch of Barter It customers, and I just want to pause that offer. I don't want to delete it because I want to reactivate it later, so I'm going to pause that offer, and then here I can post again, or I can edit, or I can delete, right? So that's kind of those three features there. Here we go. My wallet. Again, this is where you display your wallet number, your balance in your account. This is where you can process a sale. You can look at purchases. You can load the bits. You can send a gift, a bits gift, or donate will be coming later. So I just want to hear, I'll show you, right? A live load. So Debbi currently has 1,425 bits in her account. She's like, hey, you know what? I'm going to pick up another 1,000 bits at 50% off. So I'm going to hit load bits, and I'm going to actually go down here. I'm going to see some previous loads that I did, and I'm going to click this load bits. I'm going to enter the number of bits that I want, which is 1,000. And bits are currently 50% off. How many bits would you like to load? 1,000. I'm going to make sure I confirm that it's non-refundable. I'm going to see this little summary screen, amount to load, the cost, the current discount, your cost. How would you like to pay? She's got some saved. Again, these are test Visa cards. You can use another card and load another one in. You can update these, or you can just pick one of these cards and hit pay. And now that transaction is actually happening in our system back end right now. Your bits payment has been successfully processed. There's the transaction ID, the date, the number of bits, and the balance, right? Remember her balance was 14.25. Now it's 24.25. She goes back to her wallet and sees that the bits are right there in the wallet, and she can look at her history. She just loaded her 1,000 bits right there, right? Which is a really cool feature. Debbi could process a sale, right? She can say, I want to process a sale to me, for example. She's like, oh, what was his wallet number again? I'm going to go back over to the chat. I was chatting with @Maverick before, and I remember him giving me his wallet number. So there it is right there. We were talking about hockey and that sort of thing. And so now I'm going to take the wallet number. I'm going to copy that. I'm going to go back over here to my wallet. I'm going to process a sale. Boom. I'm going to drop the wallet number right in there, and I'm going to hit continue, right? And there it drops the wallet number. It automatically puts in my username because it knows that is attached to my wallet. I'm going to enter the amount. Debbi's going to charge me 100 bits for whatever it is. I don't know. What should I call this?
Hot date.
Okay, hot date. There we go. Hot date. Thank you. Is that Dom? Was that
guilty
Dom?
as charged?
Okay, guilty as charged. Dom and Duncan, BC. So now Debbi is going to actually request bits of me, right? So request bits. you've requested bits has been sent, right? So now I'm going to actually take this screen and I'm going to go over to where my actual login is, and I'm in my wallet. Now you can see here I've got an unread notification right here, and I'm also getting an email that tells me I have a request for bits. So I'm going to click on that. Lynn Loves Horses has requested a payment of 100 bits. I'm going to click on this. Oops. There we go. And I can look down there and I can view the request right here. And I can see the seller, the amount, and the description, hot date. That's what she has on her description. I could actually just decide, I don't want a description for that. I just want to keep it blank. Hit next. I'm going to enter my PIN number on my account that I created when I created my profile, and I'm going to hit send bits, right? It gives the transaction number, the date, the bits amount. I can go back to the home page. And if I go back over to Debbi, anybody remember what her balance was? Just say it out loud if you want to.
24.
24.25, right? So now it should be 25.25. And there you go. There's her balance of 25.25 with a history of Maverick just buying, authorizing that transaction that she had requested. So that's how you do a sale. We talked about load bits. Send gift also works the same way. It's literally like, picture this being able to send a bits gift, like an e-transfer basically to anybody. You can actually send bits gifts to anybody in the Barter It system. You can also send bits gifts to somebody outside the Barter system, the Barter It system, which then directs them to open their account to receive their gift of bits, which is so cool. It helps us grow the network as well. So say, I think this works. I know our developers have been working on in the background. So if you want to give now, she's going to enter the recipient's email, which I'll use my email, and it's how we'll deliver the gift. There we go. Continue. Again, it fills in my username because it knows that that email is attached to me. The bits amount, let's just say she's going to send me 500, and she's going to say happy anniversary. And then she's going to ask me a security question, month we got married. And then the answer is August that she types in. And she understands that once a gift is sent, it cannot be canceled, right? So she's going to send that gift. She's going to enter her PIN number and give now, and boom, the gift. GI transaction stands for gift, GI. So she just gave 500 bits with the message, the email, the month we got married, August, and pending. It says status pending, right? So if we go to Debbi's wallet, you can see that the 500 barter credits has come out of her account, but it says here pending. Why is it pending? Because I haven't accepted the bits gift yet into my wallet. So now if we go back over to my profile, I should have another notification that shows up. Again, see how it was, I read the other one, now I tip on this one. You have received a bits gift. I click on that and I go over here and I see it there. I hit, it's from Porter Tribe at Lynn Loves Horses. I hit continue. I hit the answer for the security question and I hit accept. Congratulations, your bits gift has been added to your wallet. And now my balance went up by 500. I can go look at my wallet and see that. I can see the transaction that came in as a gift right here for 500 barter credits. I can also click on that and see the details like I just did by accident, and that sort of thing. So anyways, that's what the wallet does. The wallet is basically the Barter It tracking of being able to make sure that everybody's account is balanced, right? And it's all working properly. So that's functioning really, really well. We've done a lot of testing on that. And it's been a crazy build to make sure that all this functions properly. Okay, so what I clicked on here was, oops, I'll just click home again. I clicked on my little drop down here. It's kind of like my profile. And so I can look at my profile. I can actually update anything in my profile by editing it. I could say, hey, I live in Niagara. I love fishing and fighter jets, and love to travel. I don't know. There we go. And then I can go save. And then obviously updated my profile. Simple enough. Everybody understands that. I can look at my favorites, right? So back when I was searching for an offer, if I'm searching for an offer, right? And remember we talked about skates before. Let's just look in skates or hockey skates. Hit search, and I'm like, I want some hockey skates, but I'm in the middle of my workday. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna favorite this. It's kind of our internet might have slowed down there, but I'm gonna favorite this offer so that later I can remember to go back to my favorites, and I'll talk about it when I get home about what I'm looking at right there. So there's just added to my favorites. I can actually delete it from my favorites. I can then easily find the offer by just clicking on that tile in my saved offer, right? Sorry, my saved, my favorites. There we go. We got account settings. This is where you can change your password, change your PIN number. You can manage cards and your notifications. This is where the invite a friend feature is. Remember we talked about everybody having their custom link. You just hit this little copy here. It's done. You can send it any way you want. As soon as the person signs up using your link, it'll populate down here, their username, their email, the join date, and the bits reward countdown of the 90 days to your bits, to each of you getting your bits reward. And so that's when you both get your 25 bits. You'll see this sort of list developing of all the people who've joined with your link and all your rewards that are pending, and it will update that. I think it's daily. It updates the date that you're going to receive all your rewards. And then we've got where are we here? Invite a friend, explore members. We talked about that. Like it's like, hey, I want to find my friend. I know Gavin signed up recently. I want to find Gavin. I'm going to go there. Oh, there's my friend Gavin Duncan. I'm going to view him. You'll be able to search this by location as well. And I'm going to just chat with, I want to chat with Gavin. So I'm just going to start a chat there. And I'm going to be like,
People are like, who's Gavin?
yeah, I know.
Tell them who Gavin is.
Oh, Gavin's my COO of 20 years. And so he's awesome. Hey, what are you up to tonight? Right.
He's put up with our craziness for years, so if he can stick it out, it's awesome.
Exactly. So I can send Gavin a message. And now he's probably getting a ding on his phone back at home now, for his for this little message coming through. So there you go. Then we got explore businesses. We talked about that. This is where again you'll have the pins on the map. It'll be very, very extensive. We're gonna have hundreds of businesses, small businesses, lots of businesses on the map here. And you can this is going to work a lot better. We're actually in the middle of adding a bunch of features here. But if I click on this, I can see here it's Susie Salons. I can view her profile. I can sort of chat with her, and that's how that works. It'll be in a very extensive, robust pins on the map for businesses. I can accept my bits gift this way if I didn't have a chance to do it at the time. I can see them all there. I can also look at my ratings and reviews, right? So we talked about this. Oh, sorry, I'm in mine. I'm going to switch over to Debbi's because she actually has ratings and reviews. Here we go. Just reloading there. So Debbi's received 1 overall rating. Look, it was from me. We had such a great time learning how to ride. Our kids enjoyed this so much. We'll be back. And that was her horseback riding lessons that she was offering. And she can reply. She can like it. She can reply. Other people can like it and reply, that sort of thing. So there's also given. Debbi's given 1 review. It was a great experience. We love how secluded your cabins are. We'll be back next year for sure. She can also delete her own review or edit her own reviews, but she cannot edit or delete reviews that are that she's received. Right? There's no way to do that. You can report. So if somebody leaves a faulty review or nonsense review, you can actually report that review, and our admin team will take a look and try and determine what the legitimacy is. Also, you can have other people comment or reply on your behalf if it's some sort of nuisance report that's not really meaningful and or an outright lie, right? So that's how the ratings and reviews work. And I think that's all of that list. So and of course you can log out, right? And so there's way more, but that's kind of where we'll end it off in terms of the showcase of the web app.
Is there any items or services that can't be bartered?
I mean, you can put stuff up, but if somebody sees an offer that looks really off, then we're gonna
like illegal
or like whatever, not appropriate. Then the community can report offers, right? So you can these are all the little things that we're not have time to go through, but you as a Barter It community member can report any offer that you might see that feels off or inappropriate. And once you report that, it shows up in our backend admin panel. We are obviously going to be reviewing reported offers. We can actually pause an offer and then go check with the person who posted it, ask them to make these particular changes, and then have it reposted and or just deleted if it needs to be, right? If it's that obvious. So that's how that works.
Another one is there going to be what's a monthly fee for new Barter members? I answered that one in the chat. I said it could be anywhere from around $5 a month, but we're still deciding on the subscription. We haven't
it's going to be
on a fee.
I think it's going to be $5 a month to start, pretty much free. Let's face it. It's 1 cup of, well, maybe 2 cups of coffee in a month, right? So it's we're really trying to keep the cost way down again for adoption. We don't want there to be any barrier to entry. I think that I pay $7 a month for my Rebel News subscription for the last 2 years. Do I read every article or email that comes out? No, of course not. But I support parallel media, and so therefore I'm gonna pay my $7 a month because I believe in that cause. Again, parallel education, parallel food, parallel media, and parallel financial systems, economies. Right? That's the lane. That's a lane that we're in. So I believe that nobody's gonna have a problem paying $5 a month to be part of this community. So that's amazing.
Do bits expire? No.
No.
I didn't answer that one. I don't know why. Can you use gift cards to buy bits?
No. We only load bits via a credit card. Yeah, as of now, right? Like we got to just make sure things are simple and streamlined for now. Obviously, as we launch and this thing becomes grows on its own, it's going to really be a big viral sensation in terms of what we think is going to happen here. Obviously, we're going to have resources to be able to add feature after feature after feature after security, like all these things, right? So we have a massive list of features that we want to add, but we have to cut it off somewhere. Most people who launch a technology solution do what's called an MVP, a minimum viable product, which is just the very basics. Because we've been in the barter payment space for so many years, we know what we need to build. So therefore, we did stretch out the length of time to market, but we've actually built our version of an MVP. This system could probably last the next 3 to 4 years, 5 years without any changes and still be very viable for 500,000 to 1 million people. But we are going to be very diligent in adding all the wish list of features that we have. Plus, inside, again, the web app, as you as a community member will be able to make suggestions. You can rate the app, you can provide suggestions, you can report an issue, report a bug. So obviously we're going to take all of that collective, hey, it would be better if this button was over here. It would be better if I could see this, or if I didn't have to scroll my phone to get to that button, it would be so much better, right? So we're going to always be making adjustments and changes to make the user experience the best it can possibly be. We're not going to stop with the process. So these are all fantastic questions. Thank you so much. Let's keep going with a couple more questions, Deb.
Is there a specific place to post things you're looking for? I'm thinking it would be helpful to have that separate from the general chat or community feature.
So that's another, yeah, basically a wants. Well, that's kind of your favorites thing, but you can actually, what we're going to actually also add is a follow as well. But yeah, that's a feature that we're definitely going to add, is like you're kind of like your wish list or your wants list, right? So that we can connect people that way too. Absolutely.
Could you comment on the possibility of doing presentations around the province?
Well, I mean, Debbie and I have 4 sons. Most of you might know that, at least the people who've met us for sure, have been following our story for the last couple of years. Our oldest son, Aiden, is going to be 25 in October. Our youngest son, Micah, it just turned 17, right, in June. So we're at that stage of life where like this next 5 years is going to be like, super focused in terms of really making sure that not only Barter It, but also BarterPay, the B2B side, is very robust across the country. So our dream is to just travel across Canada over the next year or two, have meetups, get the community together, bring out guests, talk to people, and just continue to grow this brand and turn this into something really special, right? But we can only do so much. I mean, we're human. It's a big country. We really have to rely on this initial group of people to get the community really sparked and moving. And then once we see some critical mass happening, like in certain cities, like say all of a sudden Kelowna had 400 Barter It members, we're going to fly to Kelowna and have a meetup, right? Because we know that probably 400 people are going to try and show up. If all of a sudden, Halifax, Nova Scotia has got 800 people on Barter It, we're going to fly to Halifax and go have a big meetup there, right? So maybe that'll be a bit of a contest we can launch within the cities themselves. Say, hey, as soon as you get to 500, we're flying to your city. We're going to host an event, pay for it, and invite everybody out. So I'm just kind of thinking on the fly here. That's amazing.
This one is, I have a boutique liquor store. Can you explain what this looks like for businesses?
Yeah. So basically, if you have a business, when you go to create your account in Barter It, you can choose a personal profile or a business profile. So you would just create a business profile, picture just listing out the particulars of your entire business. And then you can start to create offers in the Barter It marketplace of what you're willing to put up for sale, accepting bits as the form of payment. And you get to control that, right? If you don't have any offers that are in the bits marketplace, then you can pay a little bit extra and be listed in the business directory, which is the map I talked about. And then that will put your pin on that map where all the Barter It community knows that you've pledged and made certain pledges to the community about how you feel about freedom and like-mindedness and all those things. And then all the community knows that if they can't find sort of a boutique liquor deal through bits, then they know that if they're going to pull out their wallet and you're based in Calgary, they should be even driving the extra 10, 15, 20 minutes to spend their hard-earned money with you, the cash, because guess what? We all need to start voting with our wallet, right? That's what changes the game, is when we vote with our wallet. So it's super important that we look for offers in the Barter It system. If we can't find a bits deal or a direct trade, then if we have to pull out our wallet, we go to that business directory and we spend the money with those businesses. Super important.
John?
Yeah.
Can I just clarify what you just said, please?
Sure.
So I have a business. Let's just pretend I have the business inside Barter It. and I can create a business profile within it, but I also have to be accepting barter bits?
If you actually open up a business account
Mhm.
and you don't have any offers in the system, you can still
Yep.
be found as a business with a business profile tag.
Gotcha.
But the reason that it would be, if you don't have any offers, people are going to be more attracted to doing business with those businesses that are actually accepting bits at that moment in time.
Okay. So there's not a requirement to accept bits.
No,
Gotcha.
no, it's not a
Thank-
requirement. It's just that to actually be more visible, you have to have an offer
Yeah.
and that sort of thing, right? So yeah, and then of course the map is more the secondary feature of like if people in Barter It can't find what they're looking for from a business using bits, then hey, let's look at the business directory, which is, let's call it the Canadian dollar directory, and go
Mhm.
spend our money with those businesses, right? So that's kind of how that's going to work. Yeah, yeah. Can you have a business and personal profile? Yes, you can have as many Barter It accounts as you want, multiple personal, multiple business. You just have to have a separate email ID with each Barter It account that you have. So one would be your personal email for your personal account, and one would be probably your business email, or it just has to be a different email for your business account. Let's hear from Teresa in Victoria. Go ahead and unmute yourself, and you can just ask away. And if anybody else has any questions, feel free to hit the raise your hand feature, and we can just take a few live questions as well.
Thanks, John.
Yeah.
I started out with a little question I put in the chat, and it's a pretty small question, but I might as well get that out of the way now too. And that first little question led to a second question, which is really why I put my hand up. The little question is, can I use the app from a laptop as well as from mobile?
Yes. In fact, the entire demonstration that I gave you from my desk was all done from my desktop laptop. So we've built this to be very, very robust in both environments, from desktop, laptop, and or mobile. Yeah.
Okay. The other question had me doing a little bit of math, and I know you used an example that you could show us as you walked us through Debbie's 1425 as it grew, and she bought 1,000 bits. Those 1,000 bits took it up to 2425, and then we started doing some transactions. But if in reality she was actually participating in the 50% off, would it not have shown a result of 3525 before the other transactions took place?
Well, her account was at 1425, and she
Right.
bought 1,000 bits for 500 Canadian.
Oh, for 500. Okay,
Yeah.
that's why I did the math wrong.
Yeah.
Okay,
The discount is in the Canadian dollar amount that she was charged for the bits, right?
I didn't hear that correctly. I thought she bought 1,000. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. And we're gonna do some questions in about probably less than 5 minutes. We'll do some questions and win some prizes here.
Oh yeah, we got to do the prizes.
Yeah, I've got a few little pop quiz questions. for
Are-
fun.
What's the projected date to launch? I didn't hear that.
The projected date was like a month ago. But you know what? We'd rather do this right than do it fast. And so I think you guys can appreciate the effort that's gone in here. We've been really, really diligent and super proud of ourselves, to be quite honest, of how far we've come. And so again, we're going through that pen testing called penetration testing right now, which is the cybersecurity, white glove hacking, all of that. Once we get the report next week, that goes to our development team. We plug all the holes. Shortly after that, we clean up a few things in our business directory and a couple little things that we've noticed recently, and then we launch to our VIPs. Once we launch to the VIPs, we're going to respectfully ask that the VIPs do not share their invite link, that they just stick to themselves, create offers, chat with each other, load some bits into their wallet, do all the things, create your profile, like all of it, create some offers, and then give us feedback, right? Because we want to try and find from those 725 people now using the app, they're able to give us a bit more feedback on some little other holes, like little minor things. We patch all those up, and then bam, we launch to the country. My goal is to make all that happen well before Christmas, sometime probably in November, early November, I'd say is our goal. So
Yeah.
that's the Canada-wide one. So yeah.
Crucial to protect it from hackers. That's a big one. Okay, so we
Okay.
have some people leaving, so it'd be cool to do a.
Yeah, let's do the prizes. We're just going on about an hour since we started, which was my goal.
Did you
All
talk
right.
about our merch store?
No, I was going to show that quickly. I'm going to share my screen one more
Because
time.
this is where the prizes are going to come from. So they're going to be awesome. They're not just like dollar store ring pops or something. You
Yeah.
know, these
Okay,
are this is really good stuff we're giving away.
Yes, Debbie has built a platform called bartermerch.com, and you can go there. Am I sharing my screen, Deb?
Yep.
Okay,
You're
so
good.
bartermerch.com. There's the URL on the top there. You can
Well,
go
just
there.
go to barterit.ca and you can see the shop where it
Yeah.
says shop at
Okay,
the top
cool.
of our website.
Amazing. And then you can just view all the products. There's some amazing, cool things that Debbie's designed there. This whole store, the Barter It merch store, is all hands off for us. It's completely third party. We've partnered with a couple of great organizations here. And there's everything from hats to toques to shirts to sweatshirts. And there's gonna be a lot more there. But for now, we're just kind of keeping it simple with some of these products here. So you can literally just, like any e-commerce experience, you can just add it to your cart. You can check out. You can add all your shipping details, and within like less than 2 weeks, that product is going to show up at your front door, so, or wherever you want to send it, your place of business. So that's the Barter It merch. Okay, so I'm going to ask a couple questions. You're going to answer them in the chat. So get your fingers ready. If you're on your phone, I don't know, get your little keyboard out on the phone there in the chat. So the person who answers it in the chat first wins the prize, and the prize is going to be, oh, the Well Exchange is ready with their little muscle icon. That's amazing. The prize is going to be $100 gift card to go shopping in the Barter It merch store. Compliments of us. All right. So here we go. Question number 1. What is the name of the in-app points? Oh, okay. There we go. Wow. Everybody's been listening. Let's go scroll back up to the top there. Who was first? Mariah, you're the winner. And you can send an email to hello@barterit.ca. And then we will make sure that we get you your $100 coupon to go shopping in the Barter It merch store. How many bits do you get if someone joins using your link? Oh my goodness, I'm scrolling way down. There we go.
Oh my gosh. Trina. It looks like Trina won.
Yeah, Trina's answered
Trina
25.
with the quick fingers.
Excuse me. I should have made it trickier. How many bits are rewarded when somebody joins using your link? Some people would have said 25. Some people would have been keeners and said 50, but it's all good. Yes.
All right, now.
Both the invitor and the invitee each get rewarded with 25 bits when they join using your link. Everybody ready again? Here's question number 3. Oh, yeah, Trina, you obviously know how to get in touch with us. That's amazing.
By the way, one person can't win 2 prizes.
Yes. Thank you for clarifying that. Okay, I got to the bottom here. All right, next question. What is the current discount on loading bits? The timestamp, it's Trudy. So send an email to hello@barterit.ca and we'll get you your $100 shopping spree in the Barter It merch store. Yes, the current discount when we launch is going to be 50% off. Okay, here's one. What is our current username on Instagram? It has to be spelled correctly. It has to be spelled correctly.
Oh, not yet.
Nope, I don't see any yet.
Nope. Oh, I saw it. Jerry. That was a good one.
Yeah, at barter_it. So
yeah, that was a good trick question there, John.
Hello@barterit.ca. We'll get you your $100 shopping spree in the merch store. A couple more questions here.
Someone answered Maverick. You would like that one.
Oh, I know.
We used to have a dog named Maverick.
Name 2 different hard assets that we're going to purchase to back up the bits currency.
Oh, someone said Goldland.
Yep, the Well Exchange.
Royce.
Gold, silver, there you go. So yes, the Well Exchange.
Oh, the Well Exchange. Oh, Royce, you're right behind them.
There we go. Gold, silver, golden land, gold and silver. We got crypto. We got all sorts of things. So that's amazing. So yes, the Well Exchange. Give us an email, hello@barter.ca. And that pretty much wraps up all my questions, my surprise questions. Unless you can think of another one on the fly, I can't. I'll do one just to see if you were listening. How many sons do we have? There we go. Sandy wins $100 in the merch store. Send an email to hello@barterit.ca, and we will get you your discount code for shopping. Another thing I got to say, everybody, is
so fast.
We've actually got to thank a number of people. I think there was a bunch on this call, maybe 3 or 4 or 5 potentially investors in Barter It. I mean, if you're comfortable and you want to type out investor, if you are an investor, that would be cool, but you don't have to. But I have to say, thank you to the right now 22 people or businesses that have actually invested in Barter It. For those that don't know, there's Eric Lynham on the call. Thanks, Eric. I know I saw Trevor on the call and a few others, Lynn, and some more. But yeah, I just want to give you guys a shout out. Literally, we launched an investment campaign about a year and a half ago, to raise $1 million by offering 1 million preferred shares at $1 each, which are dividend shares. And we've actually sold in 14 months 950,000 of those shares. And so that money that's come in has been what's been used to spend and build this entire solution, right? And we've spent almost all of it. And anyways, with that being said, if you're doing the math, we've still got 50,000 shares left for this initial preferred share round. So if you're interested in investing, Also send an email to either hello@bartered.ca or invest@bartered.ca. The minimum requirement is 25 grand. So there's really 2 spots left at 25, but we're trying to fulfill that last spot with just one investor for 50 grand. So yeah, if you're interested in investing or learning more, obviously we want to do a personal interview and make sure it's the right fit with myself. And we can just give you some information on that. But send an email to invest@barterit.ca or hello@bartered.ca with the subject line invest, and I'll make sure I get on a call with you. Go ahead, Trina.
I think it's really important to answer this one question I saw, which is, what does the logo mean and how did you come up with the Barter It logo?
Okay.
I can answer that.
Sure.
Also,
So it was just kind of one of those things where we were tossing everything back and forth, and this came up. I don't even know where I got it from, but where it came across my path or whatever, but it's a variation of another logo that doesn't exist at all, but it came to me as a suggestion, and then I modified it over time and changed it a bit to make it look more like the idea is organic pathways and people moving about and bartering with each other. And so that's kind of the whole idea of it. And it's all multi-directional instead of back and forth and stuff like that. And John also can add to it.
It's really just,
it has a B and an I in it too.
It does have a B and an I in it on its side. The B is kind of on its side and the I kind of is a bubble I beside it. But at the end of the day, it's really just signifying new pathways of doing business, new pathways, blazing a new trail. Picture at the top of a mountain. If you just look down on the mountain, you'd see all these trails. And every intersection of the squiggly lines is like a connection point. So that's where it comes from. It's kind of a unique logo. It's grown on us. Might we change it in the future? Potentially. Will we? Like maybe, probably not. Like, I mean, let's just run with it, right? So there we go. But that's kind of what it means. Yeah. Yeah. So is there any other last minute questions or thoughts or little things that anybody wants to say? Feel free to unmute your mic or put up your hand and you can come on and talk about anything you want.
The big key to this will be, I did answer that question about being affiliated internationally. For now, it's just in Canada. There's some other hoops you have to jump through to go to the US. But for now, it's in Canada. We want that to be firing up across the country, and going gangbusters before we can even consider other places. So
absolutely. If someone's going to share their invite link with one other person, sorry, let's just say 2 other people. If someone's going to share their invite link with 2 other people, drop the number 2 in the chat. We really want to make sure that is on the top of your mind. Start making a list in your mind mentally of who you could invite into this community. Remember, we're targeting the like-minded audience first, right? We all know that there's 25% or 30% of us that are the awake and winning and like-minded group. There's the other 25%, which are more way on the other side of the spectrum. But there's this massive group of people in the middle that we really want to invite into this whole story, right? So let's get 100, 200, 300,000 of us on this platform, and then let's invite another 1 million people in from the middle, right, and bring them into the awakening that they all need. So lots of 2s there. There's going to be a ton of people inviting people. Again, the bigger it gets, somebody wrote 102. I don't know if that's a typo, but knowing Sherry Dodge, that's actually what she means, 102. Megan is going to do 50. Yeah, just let's go crazy with it, right? Like the bigger this gets, the better the tool is going to be for all of us. So it really matters. And then somebody said, this is cool. I hope there are bumper stickers of the logo so we can recognize each other out in the wild. I love that. Oh man.
That's an awesome idea.
Who else sees a Canada flag? Who else sees a Canada flag on a car and speeds up to kind of get beside them at a stoplight, right? Like, because you want to talk to your...
We can sell those on the Barter It store. We'll do that. We'll create some stickers and
add some stickers.
I'm going to add some stickers. Thank you for the suggestion.
And include a Canada flag below the logo or something.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Yes, you can change your email address before, even after your profile launches. You can change your email address at any time just by going into managing your profile, and you can just update or change your email address. Obviously, it makes you go through the confirmation process again, just so it's secure. But yes, you can change your email. Sherelle says, I make stickers. Well, Sherelle, send a message to hello@barterit.ca.
Yeah.
Maybe we can barter with you for some stickers. That's amazing. What month did Debbie and I get married? Oh my goodness.
Indiana. Leaf.
You got first and spelled it out with no spelling errors.
That's like Billy the Kid Fingers.
Who can name one of the stats that we're going to publish to the community? Total bits. There we go.
That's Royce.
Royce.
Total bits. Royce wins.
The first person to unmute their mic, tell us your favorite part about the Barter It web app.
Meeting people.
Who is that?
Oh, Liz.
You're the proud owner. You're the proud owner of $100 discount on the, or not discount, shopping spree. You know what? I love what you said. Right?
Yeah.
I love what you said, because this, honestly, that actually is amazing that you said that, because as much as Barter It is a transactional environment in terms of the premise of the system and the parallel economy idea, it's very much more a community of people that we're bringing together so that we can all find our peeps and build our tribe.
We're just so excited everybody here. Like, you guys are literally pioneers. Like, it's crazy. You are the pioneers. Like, this is the ground level, and it's going to be up to you. And you're going to have fire in your feet, and we're going to just go for it. And I'm super, super excited. Everybody's been, had so many struggles. Fire in the belly. That's good. That's good. That's good. Fire in the belly. Thank you, Bonnie. And I'm just excited to see what everybody's going to do with this, because we can't do it without you. Like, you guys are at the very beginning of this foundation that we're doing. So you're the foundation of all of it, and it's going to build from you guys, and that's how this is going. So I'm just totally pumped about it. So somebody said here, can we start a local meetup? Actually, this is a brilliant idea. If you are itching, waiting for this to launch, one of the best things you can do in your own town is, if you see anybody on here, and you're from different provinces and stuff like that, if you know of anybody, just and even if you didn't see anyone from your town on here, start spreading the word and do meetups. Say, hey, I'm gonna, just to friends and family or anybody, hey, join us. We want to do this, because the way it's going to grow is meetups, barbecues, people getting together for drinks, and
starting interest groups, running groups, sewing groups, homesteading groups. I like the Maple Leafs groups, which will be one of the smallest groups. All sorts of things, right?
People teaching each other how to raise chickens. Whatever your interest is. So meetups is absolutely key, and you can start with freedom groups in your own community. Like, I know we've been all over Canada, visiting lots of different cities, and most of the centers have at least a few people, and others have many freedom lovers who can get together and start chatting about this and planning, like, what are we going to do with this? How are we going to make this grow? How are we going to make it explode? How are we going to get this rolling once it launches? So there's kind of some ground work that can be laid before this even launches, and that's what we would love to see people doing. So if people are still on and they want to put their towns, people are putting that right here, so other ones can see, okay, I'm from this town, that town. There's people from Calgary, London, Woodstock still on. The next meeting we'll do it again, and get people to share where they're from. And eventually you won't have to do it this way.
I think, honestly, Deb, the next meeting will be when we launch the actual web. And everybody
sorry to cut you off. Can I add my personal web email or anything like that for anybody from Calgary, Alberta area to meet right off the
just do
chat?
it right now.
Sure.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
We'll stay on here a few more minutes so people can take notes out of the chat. And like John's saying, this should be one of the last times that we can you buy Turks and Caicos?
Good location.
Well, honestly, one of the plans is with the cash is to buy a lot of real estate assets, including Airbnbs around the world. So we want not only so that we can actually have a hard asset in the form of real estate, but also so that we can offer those vacation property rentals right back into the Barter It community, so that we can all travel using bits, right? So it's high on the priority list to acquire properties that we can actually rent out for short-term rentals for vacation purposes.
Groups, when you're on the web app, you can have groups that you can get together and share all that information with each other if you want too. So it'll be great. You will not be as isolated if you maximize this web app. You will
Yes.
not be as isolated, and you'll actually see, John and I have had an incredible privilege of traveling different parts of Canada, and there's a lot of us. And I know it's hard when you live in your own town and you haven't seen the rest of Canada and even the US, but it's incredible how many of us there are. So we're super excited about that. And we actually feel like there's a move that is happening and a shift.
One of the hashtags I've been promoting on Instagram especially is Barter Army. I'm just posting it here in the chat. We're building the Barter Army. So I look at it as we're building an army of people that, again, all are going to be on the same page. We want to start offering education inside the Barter It web app. So we're all learning about common law and contract law and all the different things. And we also want to offer the ability to, there's another feature down the road where you can actually, we've got 4 sons. 2 of them are pretty much going to be engaged next year, but our younger 2, we're looking for, like-minded spouses, right? So the whole Barter community is also going to have a whole built-in sort of not dating app, but like a relationship status or connecting.
Like a community.
People.
Yeah, that's good for the younger generation. That makes sense.
Oh yeah, they're going to be a full-fledged dating. If you got 1 million people who are all the same, and not the same, but you know what I mean, all like-minded, they're going to want to meet each other and form relationships and all of it, right? So
perfect.
There's so many things we can do to vote with our dollars, to further the cause, to continue to push forward a common sense revolution. I'm not trying to be political or use some sort of
no, but that's perfect. That's perfect.
Oh, look at that. Sherelle Kelly says, I'm a wedding planner, just saying. There you go. See? It's all gonna happen. It's all gonna happen.
Anyone can start a singles group once this launches. It's really basic. You set up a group, it says singles, and then once you figure out and you start meeting people, you can say, oh, we're going to add you to this chat group. And you can have a singles chat group if you want. And eventually, once we make them public and discoverable by the rest of the members, then it'll go from there. So
what about trying to get all the freedom groups together?
Yes. So I've got probably who was talking there? I didn't see. Sorry.
Peter.
Oh, Peter. Yes. So yeah, Peter, honestly, good to see you, by the way.
You too.
I've probably got a good 20 or 30 podcasts lined up for after we launch. The next time I do a major marketing effort, besides the fact that the invite link and the viral nature of that, I probably got 20, 30 podcasts that I can go on across the country. I'm obviously going to connect with Druthers, Rebel News, Western Standard, like all of the types of groups, freedom groups. We've been on with Ted Kuntz, all the different groups. I think I've been on probably 10, 20 of them. But I don't want to go on again until the call to action isn't, hey, go to our website and fill out the little form and we'll notify you when we launch. I want the next big push to be the call to action. Go to our website, open your account and get started right away, right? So we're kind of holding back on all of our marketing efforts to be able to, because we're so close, let's just wait till we're across the finish line or sort of the starting line. And then that's the call to action. So I'm going to go crazy with promotion come the new year.
Great. Yeah, because I have like a big vision of getting everyone together. All these groups across the country are doing the same thing. So why should everybody be, using up all that energy when we could come together and have different groups focusing in certain areas? And we can make huge changes in a short period of time.
Yep. Absolutely. Someone just said the Sean Newman podcast. I chat with Sean Newman once every couple of months, and he's asked me to be on his podcast. I just asked him to hold off until we launch. Kaylor Betts. There's just so many of them. I've got a large list of Carla Joy Treadway, Sarah Swain. I call them freedom influencers all across the country, and they're all eager to have us on to tell our story and to share this good news of Barter It. So
the key to this group is, obviously the web app is crucial for, everybody being able to know, how to barter with each other. And so you don't have to write down on a pen and paper, like who owes what. But it's all, the big part of it is also so that you get to know the people in your own town. You find them in your own town, and then you start connecting outside of any technology, really to connect people who've been isolated. Because if there's anything we found out in the last few years, it's that, the agenda was to isolate people, and people found out that they were an island, and this is where a lot of the pain points happen for people, right? Whereas that doesn't actually have to be in the future. That doesn't have to be a reality in the future, and that's the key to getting this running and charging on all cylinders and everything, because firing on all cylinders, because you want to get that community built as fast as possible, connect with each other in your own community as fast as possible, and in person, face to face. So anyway,
just getting people together,
yes,
to realize that there are a lot of people that are aware who are not talking about it.
And that's what we've run into. And it's all getting all those people out of the woodwork. There's a lot more than we know.
Yeah, the reason I think for that is because they don't know how to explain it for them to grasp what you're trying to open their eyes to.
Oh yeah. The rubber will meet the road when all of a sudden there's 5,000 people using the app and they invite another 10,000 people to come in. Then 7,000 of those join and start to see it for themselves, and then
that's right.
It's just gonna like literally multiply. Think about what happened with the trucker convoy. I mean, they raised $10 million in a matter of 30, 40 days, right? And that's going to happen with Barter It, where we're not talking about the money side. I'm just talking about the nature to which the news will the speed at which the news will travel will just be second to none, right? So I mean, as a founder, I mean, for those that don't know and are still on the call, I've been doing this business, the barter payment space, since I was 19 years old. That was in 1996. Actually, I was 20.
In Canada?
In Canada.
Oh.
I've been building a barter economy in Canada since 1996.
Wow.
Numerous times I thought about, what am I doing? Like, this is so silly.
I've never heard of it. This is the first time I've heard of it since last year.
Yes. Well, I'll explain why. I felt like Noah building the ark and there's no rain, right? Now
everyone laughing at you.
Yeah, when everybody laughing at me, why are you barter bucks, barter points, trade bucks? Like, are you kidding me? Like monopoly money, blah 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 blah.
Yeah, but the reason is because the system that we're brought up in is all to do with the fiat.
Yeah,
of course.
You're what you're doing is you're doing it with bits. They can't comprehend that. That's what it is.
Of course. And so numerous times I tried to even think about leaving the barter business, and every time I tried to leave, I was like, I just kept getting dragged back in. Like I just couldn't get away from it. And then when did the rain come? Well, the rain came in March 2020, right? And since then, it's just gotten a heavier and heavier downpour. So now we don't look so silly building our ark, which is the barter system, and we've done all the things wrong that we need to do wrong, so that now we can do things right, and which is this Barter It solution. So when Debbi and I went to the convoy, we got hundreds of messages from people Googling barter in Canada. They would find us on the BarterPay side, which is the B2B system. If you're interested in learning more about that, just Google BarterPay, one word.
Okay.
And they would find us there and say, hey, you know what? We saw that you're in this barter system, but we don't own a business. How do we participate in the barter economy? Can you build one? And that's what precipitated the Barter It launch. It was literally in August. It was 2 years ago, exactly this week, that we launched the Barter It landing page and put it out there to the world to see what would happen, right? And we've just been going crazy ever since, in a good way. If you're on Instagram and you want to follow my personal Instagram page, I'll just put it in the chat there, at the Barter Coach. That's where I kind of post some personal content and business content and family stuff. And so I'm gonna, in about 4 minutes, it's 10 p.m. local time here in Ontario. So I'll probably call it around then, if that's okay.
Yep. Okay. Well, it's nice chatting with you, and thanks for the info. I'll be waiting for that test when it comes out for the web. So when is it coming out for us to do the testing on it?
Well, the testing's in process. The report's coming out next week. I'm hoping it's a short report. Okay. But I would say that we're going to be launching to our VIP group in the next less than 60 days. And then to the rest of the country shortly thereafter. I'm hoping way before, like sometime in November. Maybe it ends up being closer to Christmas, but I can't really say.
Okay, but you're going to be sending the link on via email, right?
Oh yeah. And in the meantime, if anybody's interested that you know of, go to barterit.ca, our regular website, barterit.ca, and just fill out the form that says notify me when you launch. We'd love to see another 1,000, 2,000, 5,000 people fill out that little form, because that's how we're going to notify people, right? But at the same time, if you're thinking, you might want to save those people for your invite link too, right?
Yeah. Okay, bud. Nice chat with you. Take it easy. Right. We'll see you the next time.
Thanks, Robert.
Have a good day, guys.
Yeah, have a great evening.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Absolutely love what you're doing.
I missed it. What is the date that we can buy bits at 50%? So that'll be available the second that we launch. Like literally, as soon as we launch to our VIPs or anybody else, it's just going to be a built-in discount until it's not. So we'll probably, once we see what's happening and what's happening with all the loads, we will actually make a call on how many we're going to release at that level. I don't want to commit to it yet, but it'll be a decent chunk. But I guess keeping it a bit of a secret makes it a bit of a FOMO too, right? The fear of missing out. So we'll have some fun with it. And again, once we make that announcement, it's going to a 40% off level. So it's not like it's like a huge change. And then there'll be another big tranche available at that level, then 30% off, 20% off, 10% off, and then par, never to be discounted again, right? So, well,
better days are coming, everyone.
Yeah.
We have a little bump in the road before that, but
100%.
Yeah, it's painful painful when you're in the birthing process, right?
Yeah. And that's exactly it.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you'll see the light of day and you're like, oh, okay, now I know why we went through this. So
yeah,
we'll have a lot more clarity down the road.
Yeah.
But really really key to connect with each other and build each other up through all of this. It's exciting.
Absolutely.
Yeah, build up your local communities for sure.
Yes.
Yep.
So that no matter what happens, you've got somewhere to go.
That's
someone to help.
That's right.
That's the number one reason we're doing this.
Create new trade routes and barter
moving from isolation to connection. That's the 100% reason why this is happening. And it's a lot bigger than all of us. So
thanks, John and Debbie.
Thank you again.
Thanks, Sherry. Thanks, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Good night.
Yeah.
Good night.
We'll be in touch.